Let's make edit work. And for this, we first of all need to load the product that gets edited, so we're looking at the getEditProduct function in the admin.js controller. We still want to retrieve that edit mode thing and the product ID as we did it before. We can also still find a product by ID. However, as before, we'll not use a callback function here, but our promise, where we catch any errors we might have. And then here we pass that function which gets the product to then. If we got no product, we redirect, which is fine. And otherwise, we'll render the view with our loaded product. With this tiny change already, if we save this and we reload the edit product page, this is looking good. The fields get populated with our values. Now we just need to make sure that if we do change something and we save it, this does get saved to the database correctly. For that, we of course have to have a look at post-edit-product, which gets called once we submit this page. There we retrieve all the data we need, which is good, but we won't save our product like this. Instead, here, we'll use the product model. And first of all here, I want to find the element in the database which we do want to change. So I'll use find by ID here. And I'll pass my prod ID to find it. Then, you know the game, we got then and catch. So let's just handle any errors by logging them for now. And in then, let's work with the product we retrieved. That product now needs to be updated. So here, we can simply do that by now saying product title equals updated title. So we can simply work with all the attributes our product has per our model definition and change them. Please note, this will not directly change the data in the database though. It will only do it locally in our app, in our JavaScript app here for the moment. So I can also change product title to updated price to updated price. I can change the description to updated desk. And I can also change product image URL to updated image URL. Now, as I said, this will not directly edit it in the database. To do that, we simply have to call product save. This is another method provided by Sequelize, and this now takes the product as we edit it and saves it back to the database. If the product does not exist yet, it will create a new one, but if it does, as this one, then it will overwrite or update the old one with our new values. Now here we can again chain then and catch, but to not start nesting our promises, which would yield the same ugly picture as nesting callbacks, we can now return this here. So we return the promise, which is returned by save, and we can simply add a then block here. And this catch block, this catch block would catch errors both for this first promise here and for the second promise. This then block will now handle any success responses from this save promise here. So here we get back a result, and I will simply log updated product. Time to save that and to go back and edit this by adding a couple of exclamation marks. Let's click update product now. We get redirected to the products page. Here we don't see our change though, but if we reload, we do. And in the database, if we refresh that here, we of course also can see that change here. Now, do you know why we didn't immediately see that change on our admin products page though? Well, the reason is we redirect here. And as you learned, JavaScript and Node.js simply executes your code from top to bottom, but async operations like this simply get registered and started. And then here for promises, we register that this function should be executed once the promise is resolved. So it will not wait for this to finish, but instead move on to the next line. And the next line is this one here. So it will redirect before our promise is done. So we should simply move redirect into the then block here. By the way, this also means that for now, if we have an error, we never load a new page, which is not the best user experience, but we'll learn more about error handling in a separate module of the course. So for now, this is the setup I want to use. And with that, if I now edit this, and I remove the exclamation marks, and I do, let's say, also change the price here, if I now save that, now we immediately see the new values because now we only redirect after the update was successful.